PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Christmas Eve edition of the Weather Xtreme video. I'm James Spann here. This is for Wednesday, the 24th day of December. Windy weather today, mild, and we'll have rain to deal with at times, especially tonight as we get set for the arrival of the jolly old man. Let's go right to some Skycam images this morning. You know, I'll miss those Christmas lights. A lot of our communities around the state look so nice this time of the year. That's a look at downtown Clanton, down in Chilton County. And up in Walker County, always a nice scene there. That's the view coming from the King Building. And Birmingham, looking south from the top of the Daniel Building. It's cloudy and rather mild this morning. Water vapor satellite imagery, familiar look. We've got a trough out west that's lifting northeast. Warm ridge over Florida. And that warm ridge has been the one that's been keeping the really cold air, generally speaking, north of here for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, we got in it yesterday for a brief time, but it didn't last long. This morning, the new surge of cold air plunging down out west. And it's brutally cold out there. But we note the mild air northward in advance of the trough. We've got temperatures above freezing all the way to the Ohio River. Our friends up there enjoying a nice break from the bitter cold, but it won't last long. Now, if you're traveling today, there's a look at the problem areas. Boy, the whole western U.S. just about covered in winter storm watches and warnings. The mountains, they've been buried with snow out there this December. Now, what you see over Alabama, that is a wind advisory for very strong south winds today, gusting up to 30, 35 miles per hour. I can hear it out there howling this morning. Winter weather advisories from near Wichita up to Chicago, Milwaukee, and Detroit, and, of course, a large part of New England under winter weather advisories once again this morning. Now, let's look at the convective outlooks. This is for today. The guys at the Storm Prediction Center have taken out that slight risk. They introduced one for North Mississippi yesterday, in effect for today and tonight, but they've taken that out because really the instability values are just not there. There's hardly any surface-based instability. So that's a good thing. Still, we'll watch the storms that fire later today to see how they behave over there. But at this point, the prospect of any big severe weather issues tonight look relatively small. Now, let's jump out to Friday. This is the day 3 convective outlook. There is a severe weather risk from roughly Tyler, Texas, up to about St. Louis. And that would include Tulsa and Shreveport and Little Rock. And then the following day, Saturday, day 4, there's a risk over western Tennessee, really Memphis up to about Indianapolis, and that stays north of us. And I think that's right. Pretty much the same deal like what's going to happen tonight. The better dynamics will pass well to the north. No doubt we could see some storms in here Saturday night, but the prospects of any severe weather problems looking relatively low at this point. General precipitation for the next 5 days, a lot of it. Really all over the nation. In the east, the heaviest from roughly Monroe, Louisiana, up to Detroit. And as we have seen in recent weeks, the heaviest rain for Alabama should be around the Shoals. Up in northwest Alabama, diminishing down to lighter amounts in Dothan. Let's look at the model output. This is the GFS, the Global Forecast System, the 06Z run, valid at noon today. And you can see just a parade of short waves. One is lifting north of the state, and, of course, that 588 ridge, keeping most of Florida warm and dry. Down below that, here's your surface chart for today. The Gulf is open, so it's going to be a windy day, maybe a shower or two today, but again, the bulk of the rain is going to come in here tonight. This is midnight. This main surface low is way up there in eastern Canada, so again, you can see the prospects of any severe weather would be very low, but there could be some thunder. Hope Santa brings his umbrella. Tomorrow for Christmas Day, the model shows the front just kind of stalling out and dying out. We think it will have enough push to make it south of Birmingham. So the northern half of the state should be dry, the sky becoming partly sunny, a little cooler, a high dropping into the upper 50s. Should be a pretty decent day to try out those new bikes or skateboards or basketballs or whatever. Now, Friday, here comes the new trough out west. The ridge holds tight over Florida. The oasis of warmth would be Miami and Daytona and places like that, Tampa Bay. Down below that on Friday, big snows for the Rockies. Again, the south winds are back and howling, and that's pushing milder air all the way up into the Great Lakes. But understand, there still could be some icing issues up there. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, the big surface low moves up into Canada. Pretty good band of showers and thunderstorms down the line, and you can see why there is some hint of maybe a risk of severe weather out ahead of that. And, of course, more cold air diving in behind that. We'll go to Sunday, and the dying front gets in here. And it would seem like the better chance of showers and storms with this would be Saturday night, maybe ending early Sunday morning. And then the sky becoming partly sunny on Sunday, and Monday of next week looks dry and relatively pleasant. Jump a few days later, how about let's dive into 2009. Are we going to see a pattern flip? Well, there's the North Atlantic Oscillation forecast. Look at the bottom chart. Yeah. Strongly negative as we get into January. A strongly negative NAO favors a western ridge, an eastern trough. Cold air could very well get down in here for a longer period of time. Back to the GFS model here from the 06C run. This is the 2nd of January. Trough digging down, and oh yeah, that suggests a low lifting out of the Gulf and maybe a big snow potential for Memphis and Nashville and points north. Even, we see that in Muscle Shoals and Huntsville perhaps. And very cold air plunging in behind that. And we'll go out there at the end of the cycle on the 8th. And again, that screams negative NAO. Eastern trough, western ridge. For our friends out west, that'll warm them up, and they'll be thankful for that. They've been praying for some relief in Seattle and Portland. And down below that, the cold air delivery is over the east. And again, I'm not that interested in specific model looks here because that'll vary from run to run. It just looks like it will confirm the pattern, which suggests we might be getting into much colder weather as we get into 2009. Well, that's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. Hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas, a peaceful one, a blessed one. Again, we're on holiday schedule here, so just one Weather Xtreme video per day. I'll do my best to crank one out at some point tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. And then another one early Friday morning. And we will be on television tonight, tracking Santa Claus, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching again. Have a very Merry Christmas.